Good evening, everybody. We've been doing this for 2 or 3 months now, and we had a pretty good time doing it. And I got to thinking at a night reflecting over my past, and some of you know my history and some of you don't, but I retired in August of 16, and in September I started the first of 4 life-saving operations in 4 months. And I went in to have colon operation and then bled to death that night. Was fortunate enough to talk to God. He told me not today, and went back in the next morning and had the artery fixed that had bursted in my surgery area. And they had told me that I had a kidney that was full of cancer in it, needed to go, but we couldn't do it now because of the loss of blood. So we was going to have to wait, have the body fill itself up with its own blood. In the meantime, my kidney decided to go stage 4, went up and ate this whole shoulder out, and I have a prosthesis from here to here. And boy, I'll tell you, it was just really getting hard to wake up in the morning and say, I'm feeling pretty lucky right now. So I finally had time to have my 4th surgery, take my kidney out, and I was laying there in pre-op, and my son was with me, and the nurse came in. She says, "Hey, there's a preacher out here who wants to talk to you." Now, with my track record in the last 3 or 4 months, I said, "It's not the last rites guy, is it?" She laughed and says, "No, just a preacher." So I had a fellow walk into my room and blindsided me. It was a guy I went to high school with, grade school with, knew him forever, last person in the world I ever thought would be a preacher. And I says, "What?" Kind of like that. And he says, "Hello, I am Pastor Ron Sodrell." And just the way he said "I am" just clicked a minute, and I didn't know why at the time or anything, but he prayed with me, and we made it through the surgery, and he came back a couple times, and every time he says, "When you're back on your feet, I want you to come down to church and visit with us." So I got my 4th kidney, or my 4th operation done. I went home to recuperate. In a couple weeks I told my wife, I'm going down there to Ron's church. A mid-1800s built old farm church, floors creak when you walk in, kind of give. It's just my kind of place, farm people. But Ron walked up to me and he says, "How you doing?" And I said, "Okay." He said, "No, my friend, you're blessed." And I thought, really? And then I got to thinking about, I am. I had 4 life-saving surgeries in 4 months. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. I bled to death, was fortunate enough to talk to God. Yeah, I am. I'm blessed. And then I got to thinking, those days I was having trouble getting going, I'd look myself in the mirror and say, "Get going. You're blessed. You can do this." And I got to where I did that sometimes 10 times a day. I finally convinced myself I am blessed. And I can handle just about anything. So here's the deal tonight. I want you to figure out what comes after "I am." It could be, I am the best daycare provider that you can send your children to. I am the best baker that you'll ever get a cake from. The best plumber. The best mom. Whatever it is, strive at it. If you have to tell yourself 20 times a day, "I am the best," it will sink in, and you will be the best at whatever it is. I'm a little emotional, sorry. But I just want you to think, when you look in that mirror, God built us to be the best. So I'm blessed. You figure out what you are and live up to it. Food for thought. If somebody's out bragging you or telling you they bought the same car for a lot less than you did or anything, just remember, a good deal's a peace of mind. Doesn't make any difference what the guy down the road did. If you're happy with what you've done, then that's a good deal. So stand tall and be proud. This is Stacey Zaring in a barn somewhere in Greenwood, Indiana.